sometimes we don't know why. And time simply goes by so fast. In the twinkling of an eye. Let's enjoy it while we can.
Let's enjoy it while we can.
Help me share my load.
Help me share my love.
From the dark and lonely street to the bright side of the road. Cricket!
You're my dog. You're my dog.
It's just us, buddy. Randy's right here.
Yesterday we used to rock the show. I laced the track, you locked the flow. So far from hanging on the block for dough. notorious, they got to know that life ain't always what it seemed to be. Words can't express what you mean to me. Even though you're gone, we still a team. Through your family, I'll fulfill your dreams. In the future, can't wait to see if you open up the gates for me. Reminisce sometime, the night they took my friend. Try to black it out, but it plays again. When it's real, feeling's hard to conceal. Can't imagine all the pain I feel. Give anything to hear half your breath. I know you're still living your life after death.
Every move I make, every single day, every time I pray, I'll be missing you. Thinking of the day when you went away. What a life to take, what a bond to break. I'll be missing you.
It's kinda hard with you not around. Know you in heaven smiling down, watching us while we pray for you. Every day we pray for you, till the day we meet again. In my heart is where I keep you, friend. Memories give me the strength I need to proceed, strength I need to believe. My thoughts big, I just can't define. Wish I could turn back the hands of time. Us in the six, shop for new clothes and kicks. You and me taking flicks, making hits, stages they receive you on. Still can't believe you're gone. Give anything to hear half your breath. I know you still living your life after death.
Every move I make, every single day, every time I pray, I'll be missing you. Thinking of the day when you went away. What a life to take, what a bond to break. I'll be missing you. Somebody tell me why. One black morning when this life is over, I know I'll see your face.
Every night I pray, every step I take, every move I make, every single day, every night I pray.
Every day that passes is a day that I get closer to seeing you again. We miss you, babe, and we won't stop, cause we can't stop. That's right. We miss you, babe.
Every step I take, every move I make, every single day, every time I pray, I'll be missing you. Thinking of the day when you went away. What a life to take, what a bond to break. I'll be missing you. Every step I take, every move I make, every single day, every time I pray, I'll be missing you. I'll be missing you. Thinking of the day, when you went away. What a life to take, what a bond to break. I'll be missing you. Every step I take, every move I make, every single day, every time I pray, I'll be missing your face. Thinking of the
I always will remember 'twas a year ago November. I went out to hunt some deer on a morning bright and clear. I went and shot the maximum the game laws would allow. 2 game wardens, 7 hunters, and a cow. I was in no mood to trifle. I took down my trusty rifle and went out to stalk my prey. What a haul I made that day. I tied them to my fender and I drove them home somehow. 2 game wardens, 7 hunters, and a cow. The law was very firm, it took away my permit, the worst punishment I ever endured. It turned out there was a reason, cows were out of season and one of the hunters wasn't insured. People ask me how I do it, and I say there's nothing to it. You just stand there looking cute, and when something moves, you shoot. And there's 10 stuffed heads in my trophy room right now. 2 game wardens, 7 hunters, and a purebred Guernsey cow. I always will remember, 'twas a year ago November, I went out to hunt some deer on a morning bright and clear. I went and shot the maximum the game laws would allow. 2 game wardens, 7 hunters, and a cow. I was in no mood to trifle. I took down my trusty rifle and went out to stalk my prey. What a haul I made that day. I tied them to my fender and I drove them home somehow. 2 game wardens, 7 hunters, and a cow. The law was very firm, it took away my permit, the worst punishment I ever endured. It turned out there was a reason, cows were out of season and one of the hunters wasn't insured. People ask me how I do it, and I say there's nothing to it. You just stand there looking cute, and when something moves, you shoot. And there's 10 stuffed heads in my trophy room right now. 2 game wardens, 7 hunters, and a purebred Guernsey cow. I always will remember, 'twas a year ago November, I went out to hunt some deer on a morning bright and clear. I went and shot the maximum the game laws would allow. 2 game wardens, 7 hunters, and a cow. I was in no mood to trifle. I took down my trusty rifle and went out to stalk my prey. What a haul I made that day. I tied them to my fender and I drove them home somehow. 2 game wardens, 7 hunters, and a cow. The law was very firm, it took away my permit, the worst punishment I ever endured. It turned out there was a reason, cows were out of season and one of the hunters wasn't insured. People ask me how I do it, and I say there's nothing to it. You just stand there looking cute, and when something moves, you shoot. And there's 10 stuffed heads in my trophy room right now. 2 game wardens, 7 hunters, and a purebred Guernsey cow. I always will remember, 'twas a year ago November, I went out to hunt some deer on a morning bright and clear. I went and shot the maximum the game laws would allow. 2 game wardens, 7 hunters, and a cow. I was in no mood to trifle. I took down my trusty rifle and went out to stalk my prey. What a haul I made that day. I tied them to my fender and I drove them home somehow. 2 game wardens, 7 hunters, and a cow. The law was very firm, it took away my permit, the worst punishment I ever endured. It turned out there was a reason, cows were out of season and one of the hunters wasn't insured. People ask me how I do it, and I say there's nothing to it. You just stand there looking cute, and when something moves, you shoot. And there's 10 stuffed heads in my trophy room right now. 2 game wardens, 7 hunters, and a purebred Guernsey cow. I always will November, I went out to hunt some deer on a morning bright and clear. I went and shot the maximum the game laws would allow. 2 game wardens, 7 hunters, and a cow. I was in no mood to trifle. I took down my trusty rifle and went out to stalk my prey. What a haul I made that day. I tied them to my fender and I drove them home somehow. 2 game wardens, 7 hunters, and a cow. The law was very firm, it took away my permit, the worst punishment I ever endured. It turned out there was a reason, cows were out of season and one of the hunters wasn't insured. People ask me how I do it, and I say there's nothing to it. You just stand there looking cute, and when something moves, you shoot. And there's 10 stuffed heads in my trophy room right now. 2 game wardens, 7 hunters, and a purebred Guernsey cow. Was a year ago November, I went out to hunt some deer on a morning bright and clear. I went and shot the maximum the game laws would allow. 2 game wardens, 7 hunters, and a cow. I was in no mood to trifle. I took down my trusty rifle and went out to stalk my prey. What a haul I made that day. I tied them to my fender and I drove them home somehow. 2 game wardens, 7 hunters, and a cow. The law was very firm, it took away my permit, the worst punishment I ever endured. It turned out there was a reason, cows were out of season and one of the hunters wasn't insured. People ask me how I do it, and I say there's nothing to it. You just stand there looking cute, and when something moves, you shoot. And there's 10 stuffed heads in my trophy room right now. 2 game wardens, 7 hunters, and a purebred Guernsey cow. Was a year ago November, I went out to hunt some deer on a morning bright and clear. I went and shot the maximum the game laws would allow. 2 game wardens, 7 hunters, and a cow. I was in no mood to trifle. I took down my trusty rifle and went out to stalk my prey. What a haul I made that day. I tied them to my fender and I drove them home somehow. 2 game wardens, 7 hunters, and a cow. The law was very firm, it took away my permit, the worst punishment I ever endured. It turned out there was a reason, cows were out of season and one of the hunters wasn't insured. People ask me how I do it, and I say there's nothing to it. You just stand there looking cute, and when something moves, you shoot. And there's 10 stuffed heads in my trophy room right now. 2 game wardens, 7 hunters, and a purebred Guernsey cow.
Well, the boys round here don't listen to the Beatles run. Old Bo Seavers through a jukebox needle at the honky tonk where they boot stomp all night. What? Yeah, and what they call work a digging in the dirt. Gotta get it in the ground before the rain come down to get paid to get the girl in your four-wheel drive. Yeah, the boys round here drinking that ice cold beer, talking about girls, talking about trucks, running them red dirt roads out, kicking up dust. The boys round here sending up a prayer to the man upstairs. Backwoods a kid, don't take no lip. Chew tobacco, chew tobacco, chew tobacco spit.
Alright, we finished day 1 of driving. Day 2 of driving.
Something.
Yeah.
I accidentally bought
Day 1 on the trails tomorrow morning. Or this morning.
Which, well, okay, here's the thing. I bought a 12-pack of 8-ounce Bud Lights today. I don't know why this happened, but it happened. I just want people to remember this. Shame on you, Travis.
We're gonna go to bed and then wake up in the morning. Or in a few hours and hike.
Well, tell me what.
looking at all the life. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and rain. The first thing I met was a fly with a buzz and the sky with no clouds. The heat was hot and the ground was dry, but the air was full of sound. I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La 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 la. La 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 la. After 2 days in the desert sun.
Scar tissue that I wish you saw. Sarcastic Mr. Know-It-All. I'll close your eyes and I'll kiss you, 'cause with the birds I'll share. With the birds I'll share this lonely view. And with the birds I'll share this lonely view. And push me up against the wall. Young tuck girl in a push-up bra. I'm falling all over myself to lick your heart and taste your heel, 'cause with the birds I share this lonely view. And with the birds I share this lonely view. And with the birds I share this lonely view. Blood loss in a bathroom stall. A southern girl with a skylit draw. A wave goodbye to Ma and Pa, 'cause with the birds I share. With the birds I share this lonely view. And with the birds I share this lonely view. Soft spoken with a broken jaw. Step outside but not to brawl. And autumn sweet with call it fall. I'll make it to the moon if I have to crawl in. With the birds I share this lonely view. And with the birds I share this lonely view.
1, 2, 3, 4. On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends, and I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again. Going places that I've never been. Seeing things that I may never see again. I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again. Like a band of gypsies, we go down the highway. We're the best of friends, insisting that the world keep turning our way. And our way is on the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends, and I can't wait to get on the road again.
Must a man walk down before you call him a man? How many seas must the white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? Yes, and how many times must the cannonballs fly before they're forever banned? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Yes, and how many years can a man...
Here. Oh, nice shot, Josh.
Hey, thanks, William, for letting me use your gun. It allowed us to put some birds down, so I appreciate that, and it definitely shoots straight, so good luck shooting it.
Say what's wrong, my longtime friend? Something's bothering you. Tell me what the problem is. I'll see what I can do. There are times we disagree. We agree more than we don't. We won't always see eye to eye, but we will more than we want. We got friendship, the kind that lasts a lifetime. Through all the hardship, you know you're a friend of mine. Yeah, we got friendship, the kind that lasts a lifetime. Through all the hardship, you know you're a friend of mine. If you're on the street, I'll take your hand. If you're hungry, I'll give you food. If it's money you need, I got some saved. If you're sick, I'll visit you. I've been well, you're alright now. You saw me through it all. I'll lean on you, you can lean on me. I'm never gonna let you fall. 'Cause we got friendship, the kind that lasts a lifetime. Through all the hardship, you know you're a friend of mine. Yeah, we got friendship, the kind that lasts a lifetime.
and we'll be at it all night. Hear that old barking on that good coonhound. Billy ain't gonna stop till he gets what he's found. Hey, look yonder coming, running down that mountain. My dogs are saying it's a good treeing day. Look yonder coming, running down that mountain. My dogs are saying it's a good hunting day. I tell you right now, you better grab your gun, 'cause the way he's acting gonna get more than one. He's still running hard about a 5:30. I'm so out of breath, I think I might see the light. Hey, look yonder coming, running down that mountain. My dogs are saying it's a good treeing day. Look yonder coming, running down that mountain. My dogs are saying it's a good hunting day. Now he's acting like the night's on fire. Hell, he's running so hard he's busting through that barbed wire. Listen to that howl on that old black and tan. That's my number one dog, treeing as hard as he can. Hey, look yonder coming, running down that mountain. My dogs are saying it's a good treeing day. Look yonder coming, running down that mountain. My dogs are saying he's the best in the state. Ain't nothing like the stars and that bright moonlight when my dog is treeing hard on a good hunting night. Gotta love running on some Tennessee land with my number one dog and my rifle in my hand. Hey, look yonder coming, running down that mountain. My dogs are saying it's a good treeing day. Look yonder coming, running down that mountain. My dogs are saying it's a good hunting day. You better grab some mules, it's gonna be long. I can tell you right now the way he's singing his song. The way he's running, well, he ain't running slow. Hell, we might end up in Bum Beep, Idaho. Hey, look yonder coming, running down that mountain. My dogs are saying it's a good treeing day. Look yonder coming, running down that mountain. My dogs are saying it's a good hunting day. Look yonder coming, running down that mountain. My dogs are saying it's a good treeing day. Look yonder coming, running down that mountain. My dogs are saying he's the best in the state.
gun rack hanging in the back, glass book knife on my belt. Ain't no lamp for sale around here. Red clay country mud sipping on a cold bud, blue tick coon hound. You know where I found out in the backwoods. Yes, sir. Preacher's daughter couldn't get hotter, floating that river on an inner tube with her. Splash. 35s and a lift kit, how stuck can you get? Ain't that just my luck? Where's the chain I'm stuck? Out in the backwoods, down in the holler, out in the backwoods, working hard for a dollar in the backwoods. Yeah, we get it done right. Work hard, play hard, hold my baby tight. Lordy have mercy, it's a real good life in the backwoods. Down in the holler, out in the backwoods, working hard for a dollar in the backwoods. Yeah, we get it done right. Work hard, play hard, hold my baby tight. Lordy have mercy, it's a real good life in the backwoods. Out in the holler, so down in the backwoods. Never heard of Conway Twitty, don't know nothing about grits and greens, never been south of Queens. But he flew down here on a business trip, I took him honky-tonkin' and that was it. He took to it like a pig to mud, like a cow to cud. We all got a hillbilly bone down deep inside, no matter where you're from, you just can't hide it. When the band starts banging and the fiddle saws, you can't help but hollering, yeah. When you see them pretty little country queens, man, you gotta admit that it's in them jeans. Ain't nothing wrong, just getting on your hillbilly bone, ba-bone, ba-bone, bone. Hillbilly to a place. Listen to this. Now you ain't gotta be born out in the sticks with a F-150 and a 30-06, or have a Bubba in the family tree to get on down with me. Yeah, Bubba, all you need is an open mind. If it fires you up, you gotta let it shine. When it feels so right that it can't be wrong. Come on, come on, come on, you ain't alone, you ain't alone. We all got a hillbilly bone down deep inside. No matter where you're from, you just can't hide it. When the band starts banging and the fiddle saws, you can't help but hollering, yeah. When you see them pretty little country queens, man, you gotta admit that it's in them jeans. my way, yeah, I'd lose my mind if I faced one day on my own. I knew I was saved the night that she gave this drifter's heart a home. Every night I should be on my knees. Lord knows how lucky I am. I'll never say near enough. Thank God for this woman, amen. This world has a way of shaking your faith. I've been broken again and again, but I need all the cracks in my shattered heart, 'cause that's where her love gets in. Every night I should be on my knees. Lord knows how lucky I am. I'll never say near enough. Thank God for this woman, amen. She gives me faith, she gives me grace, she gives me hope, she gives me strength, she gives me love, love without end. Thank God for this woman, amen. Thanks for the moon and the stars up above, forgiveness of sin and your undying love. Every twist, every turn, for the way you made sure all my roads led to her. So tonight I will fall down on my knees, 'cause Lord knows how lucky I am. I'm gonna shout at the top of my lungs, thank God for this woman, amen. Yeah, thank God for this woman, amen. She gives me faith, she gives me grace, she gives me hope, she gives me strength, she gives me love, love without end. Thank God for this woman, amen.
I got a piece of land out in the countryside. Lay back and smell the sun, warm up the Georgia pine. Feels so good to be taking it easy. Why would I ever leave? 'Cause I know I got some good friends that live down the street. Got a good looking woman with her arms round me. Here in a small town where it feels like home. I got everything I need and nothing that I don't. Oh no, oh no. We got a fire go down by the riverside. Sip whiskey out the bottle, living like we'll never die. Come on and stay a while if you don't believe me. Why would I ever leave? 'Cause I know I got some good friends that live down the street. Got a good looking woman with her arms round me. Here in a small town where it feels like home. I got everything I need and nothing that I don't. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. I got some good friends that live down the street.
Got a good-looking woman with her arms around me. Here in a small town where it feels like home. I got everything I need and nothing that I don't. Everything I need and nothing that I don't. Homegrown. It's the way that you carry from the things you think you want. It's the way that you carry from the things you think you wear. It's you carry on. It's the way that you carry from the things you think. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And give much respect to the man that's made a difference in my world. And although most men are hoes, he flows on the down low, cause I never heard about him with another girl. But I don't sweat it, because it's just pathetic to let it get me involved in that he said, she said crowd. I know that ain't nobody perfect. I give props to those who deserve it, and believe me, y'all, he's worth it. So here's to the future, cause we got through the past. I finally found somebody that could make me laugh. You so crazy, I think I wanna have your baby. My man is smooth like Barry and his voice got bass. A body like Arnold with a Denzel face. He's smart like a doctor with a real good rep. And when he comes home, he's relaxed with pep. He always got a gift for me every time I see him. A lot of snot-nosed ex-flames couldn't be him. He never ran a corner line once to me yet. So I give him stuff that I'll never forget. He keeps me on cloud nine just like a tip. He's not a fake wannabe, trying to be a pimp. He dresses like a dapper dumb, but even in jeans, he's a godsend original, the man of my dreams. Yes, my man says he loves me, never says he loves me not. Mine, I rush me good and touch me in the right spot. See other guys that I've had, they try to play all like Mac. But every time they tried, I said, that's not it. But not this man, he's got the right potion. Baby, rub it down and make it smooth like lotion. Yeah, the ritual, highway to heaven. From 7 to 7, he's got me open like 7-Eleven. And yes, it's me that he's always choosing. With him, I'm never losing. And he knows that my name is not Susan. He always has heavy conversation for the mind, which means a lot to me, cause good men are hard to find. My man gives real love, and that's why I call him killer. He's not a wham bam, thank you ma'am, he's a thriller. He takes his time and does everything right. Knocks me out with one shot for the rest of the night. He's a real smooth brother, never in a rush, and he gives me goose pimples with every single touch. Spends quality time with his kids when he can. Secure in his manhood, cause he's a real man. A lover and a fighter and a knocker out. Don't take him for a sucker, cause it's not what he's about. Every time I need him, he always got my back. Never disrespectful, cause his mama taught him that. I got a good man. A mighty, mighty good man, baby. Talk to me. You see, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. What a good man. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. He's a mighty, mighty good man, y'all. What a mighty, mighty good man, y'all. Yeah.
We've come out to the UW Waukesha Field Station here in Oconomowoc. It's a 100-acre property that serves as an outdoor laboratory for faculty and students. And in just a few minutes, we'll explore the field station with its long-term manager, Marlon Johnson, and its new manager, Teresa Schuler. But first, I'll take you on a grouse and woodcock hunt in the Chequamegon National Forest in Ashland County with Mark Nissen of Classic Bird Hunts. I'm Dan Small, and it's time once again for Outdoor Wisconsin.
Summer to fall, winter to spring, from Green Bay to where the St. Croix sings, from Catamaran to Superior Shore. Outdoor Wisconsin, outdoor Wisconsin.
The fields and woodlot here at the UW Waukesha Field Station provide good habitat for grassland birds and wild turkeys. There probably aren't any grouse here, but the young aspen woods in northern Wisconsin offer great habitat for both grouse and woodcock. And last fall, I enjoyed a hunt there with Mark Nissen of Classic Bird Hunts and his Brittany Spaniels. Just farther?
Ripley ranges farther, but he doesn't go back. He goes forward and deep. Well, typically the way we hunt grouse and woodcock is we walk the trails and let the dogs quarter back and forth. When they go on point, that's our cue to get into the woods. I like to tell people assume every point you encounter is going to be a grouse. You want to keep moving, and when you stop, it also makes the grouse nervous, and they tend to flush when they can't hear you. So don't stop until you're in an open area and you're at least even to the dog. Woodcock are a little slower. If you're walking past the dog and the woodcock gets up and you're still in motion, you often have time to recover and still get a shot.
Bert? Indeed. That's what they look like, folks. Only we like them to fall after the shot. Won't get a shot like that very often, will you?
The ruffed grouse is the king of game birds, and that provides a challenge for us.
Careful.
Challenging walking, challenging shooting. You rarely have a clear shot.
Damn, lost it in the sun. Son of a gun.
It's a fun time, especially when you mix them in with the woodcock. You kind of got the knuckleball and the fastball.
Good cover, nice and thick. Well, Mark, what makes this ideal grouse cover?
Well, the first thing you look for is the aspen, 12 to 15-year-old aspen, especially when you have balsams and spruce mixed in like this. Thicker the better. If it's thick, you're probably going to find grouse in it. No bird.
Here, come here.
We run Brittany's. They're compact, they're smart, they're great family dogs. They're easy to train. Usually we have our dogs up to speed in the first month or so of the fall season. And they're handy to have. So that tells you how important it is to have a dog.
Absolutely.
A wingtip bird ran 80 yards from where it dropped.
Easily.
This looks like a male. Some of the indications you look for is a nice big dark ruff where they get their name, ruffed grouse. 2 center tail feathers, which I believe these are. Unbroken band usually indicates male. And they usually have a little orange over the eye too. Which you can barely see there.
How about rump feathers? Do you look at those too?
Is it the male has 2 or?
2 dots, 2 or more.
Yeah, there's 2 there.
Yep, 2 white dots. Now the beeper you have on the dog has several signals. Why don't you explain those for viewers who are wondering what's going on?
Sure. We've got it currently in what they call the run and the point mode. So it beeps every 5 seconds when the dog's running, and it beeps every second when he goes on point or stops. And we also use it to call the dog back. You can activate the beeper and hold it down, and that's his callback signal. Mm-hmm. So less whistling from me makes it easier on everybody else.
Yeah.
Makes for a more peaceful, quiet hunt.
Yeah, well, it's good for us because we can tell where they are.
Otherwise... Yeah, it's a great safety feature. You know you're not going to shoot at a low bird. So this has been great technology for us. Okay, Kaz, here we go. Go ahead.
It's the only one we've seen today.
The only one. That's unusual for the middle of October. Flights are coming through and we'll be getting some more, but this is a nice size hen bird.
And you can tell it's a hen, how? The size, for one thing?
Yeah, they're bigger in your hand. The beak will eclipse the width of a dollar bill on a female, and a male will come up a little short. You can't do it by hand, but they have control of this top beak to make it flex a bit when they're... They have 360 vision too. When they're sitting down flat, they can see you coming from behind. They don't have to even turn their head.
Yeah. Well, Mark, today I brought my dad's old side-by-side. I left my Ruger over and under in the truck because I didn't do too well yesterday, and I'm not blaming the gun, but I killed my first grouse with this shotgun back in 1960.
Awesome.
So my dad had it for many years, and I had a gunsmith do some work on it, refinished the case hardening on the receiver, poured out the tubes, put a nice recoil pad on it, nice finish on the stock. So I'm hoping it brings me some luck today.
My dad also gave me my first shotgun. I'm not carrying that one today, but his rule was it always remains in the family. But today I'm carrying my grandson's gun. This is a RBL Connecticut Arms Launch Edition side by side that we gifted to him for his 16th birthday.
Nice.
And he's in college now and not doing much hunting, so I get to carry the gun once in a while.
Cool.
It's
Well, we've got 3 generations represented then here.
Great, great.
Let's go find some birds.
Sounds like fun.
Put these guns to work. Nice shot.
Sometimes if we're real silent, he'll bring it back, but he's not a great retriever. So we'll just be quiet and see what he does.
That bird did a little zigging and zagging. And I noticed.
Wait for him to straighten out.
You waited. I would have been boom behind him and then boom, where's the, you know.
Yeah, that's if I had to pick one mistake that clients make when shooting is they try to get as many shots off as possible rather than taking one good shot. And it's difficult with all the cover to wait, and sometimes you lose it that way, but most of the good grouse shots I know take just one shot.
Yeah. Well, that's all it took that time.
Very good. Way to go, Dan, you're on the board.
It took a while.
Dad's gun did the trick.
Indeed it did.
Yeah, grouse and woodcock, it's not a meat hunt. Don't expect to kill a lot of them. If you get a few birds today, you've had a great day. So it's all about the walk in the woods, the camaraderie, hunting with your dogs, just having a fun time in the outdoors.
We were fortunate to bag 2 grouse and several woodcock on that outing, although Mark did most of the bagging, as you saw. After our hunt, Mark treated me and fellow hunter Bill Craigle to a delicious wild game lunch prepared in the Clam Lake Lodge kitchen.
We're going to start today with our appetizer, which is crappie cakes, which were freshly caught just a week ago or so. Crappie tends to be a softer fish, so to make a better texture final product, we like to add a few shrimp to it and some breadcrumbs and some eggs. And we're going to cut that up here and use the Cuisinart for that. So we got one thing you got to make sure that you don't do is over process it. You don't want to turn it into a mush, both for the shrimp but especially the crappie. It's already a soft fish. So we're going to cut this up into reasonable sized pieces before we put it in the processor here. And that looks pretty good. You don't want to overdo it. You still want to have it in recognizable chunks. We're going to pop the shrimp in there next. And we'll do the same thing here. We won't need to pulsate these quite as long as the crappie because they're already in pieces. And then we'll add our secondary ingredients. I like to just add a few chives. We don't want to kill the taste of the crappie. A dash of pepper and salt. some breadcrumbs, and then we add an egg to bind it all together and get it ready for sauteing. Just dig in with your hands and mush it on up and turn it into patties. And this appears to be ready. All right, so we want to make them a little smaller than your standard hamburger, kind of like a small slider size would be. Try to make them thin so they get evenly cooked, but just something like that. And now it's time to saute the patties, and it's important to use an unsalted butter so you can bring the temperature up higher and get the patties nice and brown and cooked all the way through. You can already smell those chives. So these should be at just the right temperature. We're going to put them on a plate and put them in the oven to keep them warm so we can serve them right before our main meal. Now it's time to move on to the main course, which features northern Wisconsin's own woodcock and grouse. Both fine eating, total different type meats. Woodcock, we have the dark breast meat and the white legs. So we're going to fillet off the breasts on both the woodcock and the grouse, but they'll be prepared a little differently from each other, but in the same pan. So we wind up with these beautiful little dark meat medallions. And the grouse meat is a whiter meat. We'll prepare them a little bit differently, but they fillet off the bone the exact same way. And the big key with both these birds is not to overcook them. You want to have the grouse breasts pink on the inside, and you want to have, we're just barely going to touch the pan with these woodcocks, so they'll be rare on the inside. We're going to take these carcasses and make sure we use all the meat and not waste any of the bird and show them the proper respect that they deserve. We'll boil these up and make a stock, reduce it to make a gravy out of, or whatever you'd like to do with your stock. And you can also pick the meat off the carcasses too, which are quite tasty. Boil them up in some celery and carrots. Now we're going to move on to the next step, which is making a light breading for the grouse. And again, we're going to use our fall bounty. These are dried puffball mushrooms, a combination of pear-shaped puffball and gem-studded puffball. And we grind these up in a coffee grinder. We can dump it in with our breadcrumbs and add a little salt and pepper to that. And that's all the flavoring we need to add to the grouse. Now it's time to dredge these in a little milk. The grouse breasts go in the milk, and they'll be breaded with the mushroom flour. So we'll just pour our milk into the bowl and plop the breasts in there with it. They get dredged. I can smell the mushrooms. We want to see them brown on each side, and we can plop the woodcock breasts in quickly, and they'll get turned almost immediately and removed from the pan. They're looking brown on the outside. We want to make sure we keep them a little pink and red on the inside, and the grouse should be ready to flip too. Our timing looks good. So we'll flip the grouse quickly, and then we'll remove our woodcock and get them ready for the next step. The key again is not to overcook. You want the breasts of the grouse pink on the inside and the woodcock pink to rare. Here's the final topping, men. These are wild honey mushrooms that were picked earlier this fall, and they've been added to a woodcock reduction for your gravy for the potatoes, and also a topping for the woodcock. We've got crappie cakes. We have squash with fresh sage, simple mashed potatoes that go well with the breasts.
Wonderful.
Very delicate deal.
Well, you put
Thank you.
You put in a lot of work to prepare this. I think you should join us and enjoy it.
I'd be
sit
happy
down,
to.
Mark,
I'd be
and
happy
join
to.
us.
Thanks, man.
Wow, this is really a special meal.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Mark. I know you had something up your sleeve like usual, and it is Dan's birthday today, so that's why we have this very special meal. Thank you. And Dan, happy birthday.
Thanks, Bill. Thanks, Mark.
It was much fun hunting with you. A great time.
Yeah. We'll toast.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Have to do it again. You can learn more about the field station and this week's other features, including the recipe for Mark Nissen's Grouse Camp Lunch on the Milwaukee PBS Facebook page or online at milwaukeepbs.org.
I'm Lizzie. I'm Isabel. It's our family. We're in Yellowstone. Don't introduce yourself. They already know who we are. Welcome to Yellowstone 2019. Yeah. Woo!
Come on, let's go again once more. Well, I love you so, and I'll never let you go. Come on, baby, go. Oh, pretty baby, I love you so well. Let's go, let's go, let's go, little darling. Tell me we'll always be together. Come on, let's go and do it again. Well, I love you so, and I'll never let you go. Come on, baby, go. Oh, pretty baby, I love you so well. Let's go, let's go, let's go, little sweetheart. Tell me we'll always get together. Come on, let's go and do it again and again and again. Come on, let's go and do it again and again and again. Again and again and again. Again and again and again. Come on, let's go and do it again.
I said goodbye to the state line of Wyoming and 400 miles of friends along the way. I know tomorrow I'll wake up feeling lonesome, 'cause there's a part of me that's wishing I could stay. And from the sage of Cheyenne on up north to Cody, I've drifted like a rolling tumbleweed. A thousand pair of eyes and smiles that know me are crying every time I turn to leave. And though I've heard New Mexico is magical, Chicago town can make you fall in love again. You can keep your beaches in Hawaii. I'll take the Wyoming wind. Sometimes I dream of life out on the range, pushing cattle across the Great Divide. And every time I smell that springtime sage, I get this wild feeling deep inside. see the mountains stretching across that never-ending sky, or standing on the banks along that mighty Bighorn River, listening to the water rolling by. And though I've heard the sunsets over California, the Smoky Mountains seem like an old friend. You can keep your dusty Texas plains, I'll take the Wyoming wind. Well, can you hear that lonesome coyote howl? I think I know just how he feels, 'cause it's down the road and far from here I wander, but I know I'll be coming back again. 'Cause all I am and all I ever hope to be, somewhere in that Wyoming wind. Well, can you hear that lonesome coyote howl? I think I know just how he feels, 'cause it's down the road and far from here I wander, but I know I'll be coming back again. 'Cause all I am and all I ever hope to be, somewhere in that Wyoming wind.
Hobbles and I can't stand fences, don't fence me in. Give me land, lots of land, under starry skies. Don't fence me in. Let me ride through the wide country that I love. Don't fence me in. Let me be by myself in the evening breeze. Listen to the murmur of the cottonwood trees. Send me off forever, but I ask you please, don't fence me in, just turn me loose. Let me straddle my old saddle underneath the western skies. On my cayuse, let me wander over yonder till I see the mountains rise. I want to ride to the ridge where the west commences and gaze at the moon until I lose my senses. I can't look at hobbles and I can't stand fences. Don't fence me in.
Sometimes I get so worried, I don't know what to do. But all the things I worry about, very few of them come true. And when they do, I call on you.
Every time I get crowded, sometimes I just can't breathe. I try not to think about it when I feel it coming over me. I know exactly what I need.
Ain't no doubt about it, I'll always be your friend. Ain't no doubt about it, I can count on you to the end. Sometimes I feel like talking, and then I don't know what to say.
Sometimes I have the answers, but my questions get taken away.
That's when I always call your name. Ain't no doubt about it, you'll always be my friend. Ain't no doubt about it, I can count on you at the end. Ain't no doubt about it, I'll always be your friend. Ain't no doubt about it, I can count on you to the end. Every time I get worried, when I don't know what to do, I think of all the things I've worried about, how few of them ever came true. If that don't work, I call on you.
get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah.
Yes, I can. Doubt better leave. I'm running with this plan. Pull me, grab me.
Don't you trip over that thing. That's gonna be ugly.
Oh, you like that gossip? Like you the one picking what gossip.com. Now I got a word for your tongue. How many Rolling Stones you want? Yeah, I got a brand new spirit speaking and it's done. Woke up on the side of the bed like I won. Talk like the wind in my chest to that sun. G5 in the US to Taiwan. Now who can say that? I wanna play back. Mama knew I was a needle in a haystack. Upper body boy, plus Maybach. I got a feeling it's a rap. ASAP.
Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling.
The mountains top, walk on water. I got power, feel so royal. 1 second, I'ma strike oil. Diamond, platinum, no more for you. That adrenaline, never giving in. Giving up's not an option, gotta get it in. Witness, I got the heart of 20 men. No fear, go to sleep in the lion's den. That glow, that spark, that crown. You're looking at the king of the jungle now. Stronger than ever, can't hold me down. 100 miles gunning from the pitcher's mouth. Straight game face, it's game day. See me running through the crowd full of melee. No trick plays, I'm Bill Gates. Take a genius to understand me.
Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling.
Gotta love the life that we live in.
Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah.
And I bet you will walk in there and you think every time I call him, he has to explain it.
I got you, said, go.
Well, every time you play the wild, it's in the same car.
Oh, wait. I don't got it.
I got it. No, seriously don't. I got it. I'm so
Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry
marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in, I want to be in that number. When the saints go marching in, oh, when the sun refuses to shine, oh, when the sun refuses to shine, I still want to be in that number. When the sun refuses to shine, oh, when the saints go marching in, oh, when the saints go marching in, I'm going to sing as loud as thunder. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Yes, I want to be in that number. When the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
So good, it's a doggone shame that they all couldn't be mine. You're looking so pretty, it's a doggone pity. Oh, you're looking so fine. I said, look out, brother, let me get further, a little close to the one I love. Anything better than the opposite sex, they must have kept it up above. Here come the girl. Here come the girl. I can live without coffee, I can live without tea, but I'm living by the honeybee. I'm not a feeling state, a leave or take, but the girls are part of me. Oh, water, I don't need no lemonade, but to live without girls, can't live without girls, like a man with a hole in his head. Here come the girl. Here come the girl. Yeah. Here come the girl. You make me feel so good inside, I gotta jump up and sing.
coming from. I know I'm blessed, and I close my eyes and smile. Sometimes I feel like the richest man in Babylon, and I've done my best, so everything's alright inside. Oh, every morning I rise, I stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing. So when the evening comes, I lift up my eyes to the hills. I'm blessed, oh man. With my two hands in the air as far as I can. Yeah. As far as I can. I can, yeah. My two hands in the air as far as I can. Oh, every morning I rise, I stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing, yeah. Lift up my eyes to the hills, I'm blessed, oh man. Ooh. Sometimes I'm lost and far from home, but I'll find my way. I follow my heart, I know I'll be found someday. While I'm lost, I learn and live. What do you say? Let's have a good time until that day. Oh, every morning I rise, I stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing. So when the evening comes, I lift up my eyes to the hills. I'm blessed, oh man. With my two hands in the air as far as I can. I stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing. Yeah. Lift up my eyes to the hills. I'm blessed, oh man. With my two hands in the air as far as I can. Yeah. As far as I can. I can. Yeah. My two hands in the air as far as I can.
It's alright.
It's alright.
It's alright.
It's alright
It's alright
to have a good time. 'Cause it's alright. Oh, it's alright.
And when you move it slow and the lights are low, move it slow. It sounds like more, and it's alright.
Oh, it's alright.
I said, no, it's alright.
It's alright.
It's alright.
It's alright
It's alright
to have a good time. 'Cause it's alright. Oh, it's alright.
Come on, Bobby.
so many others do. Hollow out of soul, make it sound like more. Surely something's got to come to you. Know that it's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright to have a good time. 'Cause it's alright. Oh, it's alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it's alright. It's alright. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. It's alright to have a good time. Yeah, it's alright. Oh, it's alright. Come on, Bobby. Someday I'll find me a woman who will love and treat me real nice. Heart and soul, make it sound like more from morning to night. You've got to say that it's alright. It's alright. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. It's alright to have a good time. 'Cause it's alright. Oh, it's alright. Let's bring it down now. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright to have a good time. 'Cause it's alright. Oh, bring it way down now. Bring it way down now. I said that it's alright. It's alright. It's alright to have a good time. Come on, Zach. I said that it's alright. It's alright. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. It's alright to have a good time. Yeah, it's alright. Oh, it's alright. I said that it's alright. It's alright. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. It's alright to have a good time. Oh, it's alright. Yeah, it's alright. Thank you. We love you. Good night. Thank you.
So denied, so I lied. Are you the now or never kind? In a day and a day, love, I'm gonna be gone for good again. Are you willing to be had? Are you cool with just an eye? Here's a toast to all those who hear me all too well. Here's to the nights we felt alive. Here's to the tears you knew you'd cry. Here's to goodbye. Tomorrow's gonna come too soon.
Mitchell, Zachary Fernandez, Grace Charlotte Gavris,
Elizabeth Eleanor Quinnett. Shella Gloria Quinones.
I feel like new sunglasses, like a brand new pair of jeans. I feel like taking chances. I feel a lot like 17. I feel like windows roll down new city streets and cabs. I feel like anything can happen, laughing. You take me right back when we were kids. Never thought I'd feel like this. Like when I close my eyes and don't even care if anyone sees me dancing. Like I can fly and don't even think of touching the ground. Like a heartbeat skip, like an open page, like a one-way trip on an aeroplane. It's the way that I feel when I'm with you. Brand new. I feel like a young John Cusack, like making big mistakes. I feel like for the first time in a long time, I am not afraid. I feel like a kid. Never thought it'd feel like this. Like when I close my eyes and don't even care if anyone sees me dancing. Like I can fly and don't even think of touching the ground. Like a heartbeat skip, like an open page, like a one-way trip on an aeroplane. It's the way that I feel when I'm with you. Brand new. Like when I close my eyes and don't even care if anyone sees me dancing. Like I can fly and don't even think of touching the ground. Yeah, like a heartbeat skip, like an open page, like a one-way trip on an aeroplane. It's the way that I feel when I'm with you. Brand new.
two hands. Alone we traveled on, with nothing but a shadow. We fly far away.
Hold your horses now
till the sun goes down.
through the woods we ride.
Until the mountains sound.
Hold your horses now
Until the sun goes down.
through the woods we ride.
Some hit scars and some hit scratches. It made me wonder about their past. And as I looked around, I began to notice that we were nothing like the rest.
Hold your horses now
Until the sun goes down.
through the woods we ride.
Until the mountains sound.
Hold your horses now
Until the sun goes down.
through the woods we ride.
We sleep until the sun goes down. We sleep until the sun goes down.
We sleep until the sun goes down. Hold your horses now through the woods we ride. Hold your horses now through the woods we ride. Hold your horses now through the woods we ride. Hold your horses now through the woods we ride.
We sleep until the sun goes down. We sleep until the sun goes down.
Standard for it.
Because how do you
I think
have
our-
the same?
What?
How did
I know you came here to move. Showed up tonight to the showing through. I know you feel so good when you're feeling the groove. And I can show you how it's done. Oh, not so fast. You got to feel it, make the fire blast. You wanna feel it from me, I wanna feel it from you. I said, what you gonna do? What you gonna do to me? Come on. What I'm gonna do to you? I bet you like it. What you gonna do to me? What I'm gonna do to you? I bet you like it. Check it. Late night, or with the lights down low, safe and sound, but the bedroom door. I bet you still want more. I bet you still want more. Think you shake it like you came in for. Crazy to be holding out, waiting to no one's around. There's no better place in here. There's no better time than now. Do to me. Hey. What I'm gonna do to you? I bet you like it. What you gonna do to me? Yeah, yeah. What I'm gonna do to you? I bet you like it.
unusual.
actually better.
This is unusual.
Are we far? Are we good?
I think you are.
Oh, yeah. I told y'all we come to have the fun all the way from New Orleans. Are you with me? All right, all right. Ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Help me. Ba. Are you ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3,
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you all. Wonderful friends and family. Oh, yeah.
Traveling, we're blessed to be able to travel and see the world and take our kids to see things, so it's so great when all the siblings are together with family. So I'm sad Mary Ann's not here. It would have been great to have her here, but it's wonderful to be with all of you.
Here, here.
Here,
here.
Big world.
I need more wine for all of these. I think there's some right behind you.
Crossroads, we're here.
got my toes in the water, ass in the sand, not a worry in a world of cold beer in my hand. Life is good today. Life is good today.
Well, the plane touched down just about 3 o'clock, and the city's still on my mind. Bikinis and palm trees dance in my head, but I was still in the baggage line.
Concrete cars with their own prison bars, like this life I'm living in. Well, the plane brought me farther, surrounded my water, and I'm not going back again. I got my toes in the water, ass in the sand, not a worry in a world of cold beer in my hand. Life is good today. Life is good today.
Adios and bye con Dios.
Yeah, I'm leaving GA. And if it weren't for tequila and pretty senoritas, I'd have no reason to stay.
Adios and bye con Dios.
Yeah, I'm leaving GA.
That would be Georgia, right? I wanna lay in the hot sun and roll a big fat one and grab this guitar and play. Medical, of course.
Four days flew by like a drunk Friday night as the summer drew to an end. They can't believe that I just couldn't leave, and I bid adieu to my friends.
Cause my bartender, she's from the islands. Her body is kissed by the sun, and the coconut replaces the smell of the bar, and I don't know if it's her or the rum.
I got my toes in the water, my ass in the sand, not a worry in a world of cold beer in my hand. Life is good today. It's a great day.
The imagery is shocking from the air.
It's almost impossible to describe the destruction from Hurricane Michael here on Mexico Beach. There are some buildings still standing, others are completely destroyed.
And on the ground.
So we've now made it about 10 blocks, and the destruction hasn't ended. So many homes ripped apart and gone. Even if they're standing, they'll be condemned.
Flattened homes to hospitals. Hurricane Michael's quick and powerful strike came in with a roar, the most powerful storm to hit the United States in 50 years.
Adios and bye con Dios.
A long way from GA. Yes, and all the muchachas, they call me Big Papa when I throw pesos their way.
Adios and bye con Dios.
A long way from GA. Now I know that the hard part's drinking all this land shark. I grab my guitar.
It's hard work. Adios and bye con Dios.
Going home now to stay.
like Oconee, I guess. And put my ass in a lawn chair, toes in a clay. Not a worry in a world of PBR on the way. Life is a good day. Yes, life is a good day.
Pretend you know how to do it really good. That was pretty cute.
Good form.
Anybody here pass me a beer? And I'ma keep playing this music that you hear. And if you know the song, then come and sing along with me. Walking with the beach to my left, seat to my right. And I'ma get faded at the tiki bar tonight. Then I'ma rolling up like my name is Bob. Yeah, I'm gonna party like I'm a Jamaican. If you really wanna know where you can find me, I'll be unwinding down in the islands, you should lose track of your timing. Grab a drink beside me. Down in the islands,
Now remember what I said, bring them up higher on the beach. Let's check the peanut gallery. They're all
Pass me the rum. You can find somebody who can play the steel drum.
Oh yeah.
Dance with me. We got the ladies to the left, fellas to the right, and everybody's faded at the tiki bar tonight. And we are gonna dance to the rhythm of the waves while we drink Bacardi by the bonfire flames. If you really wanna know where you can find me, I'll be unwinding down in the islands, you should lose track of your timing. Grab a drink beside me. Down in the islands, you don't need no invitation, no. Whoa. If you're looking for relaxation, get away with me. Pick your destination, my location. So if you really wanna know where you can find me, I'll be unwinding down in the islands, you should lose track of your timing. Grab a drink beside me. Down in the islands, if you really wanna know where you can find me, I'll be unwinding down in the islands, you should lose track of your timing. Grab a drink beside me. Down in the islands, islands.
Some memories that I cherish with you and will live on in my life were going to the art museum with showing me all these artists who I don't even know the names of and don't remember, but it was all this creativity and you showing me like you can do this and you can be anything that you want to be. That's something that will live on in my life and I really appreciate it. And you also taught me how to draw paintings and color and mix colors together. I mean, that was a lot of fun and I just hope that we can do that in the future. Love you.
What I love about Mimi is that she's so easy to talk to and so much fun to be around. And a prime example of this was a few weeks ago, I went over to Mimi and Bubba's house to take a picture of us together for my yearbook. And this probably should have taken about 2 minutes, maybe less. And I ended up staying over at their house for about 2 hours because Mimi and I just had such a fun time catching up and talking. And it just really shows her love for us and how she always wants to know what's going on in our lives and is just very interested in keeping in touch with us. So thank you so much, Mimi, for everything you do for us grandkids.
I've had so many incredible memories with you, and I'm so lucky that I got to spend so much time with you over summer, especially. My favorite memory is when we went to Seattle together, and we went to the Space Needle twice in one day. And the first picture we have, we all look so amazing and put together. And then we went back later, but before we went and got margaritas. And so you can really see the difference between the first picture when we're fresh out in the city and then the next one where it's just like we're falling apart. And
we have the best birthday ever. You're just such a kind-hearted and easygoing person, and that you've accomplished so much in your life. You're just so easygoing, and I can't imagine having a better, more supportive grandma in my life. I remember us going to San Francisco, and I know I wasn't in the best place in my life, and you tried your best to make me have as much fun as I could, and that meant so much to me.
I've learned so much from you throughout the years about how to be a good person. You're so youthful and fun. I'll never forget doing Tai Chi with you in Yellowstone. That was so fun. And you're the reason that I can not sound like an idiot when art gets brought up around me. I can always just bring up Georgia O'Keeffe. I'll never forget that. Happy birthday, I love you.
I think a funny memory is, and I think there's a clip of it as well, is when we're in Yellowstone and there's some buffalo just really like making a lot of noise, and they're probably only like 10 feet away from the car. And you know, Bubba, Jack, and I are all enjoying it, and Mimi's just like, time to go, Mark, time to go. And you know, and then I start making a lot of noise too, and then Bubba scolds me and says, hey, only the animals can talk here. No, nobody else can make noise. So like, shut up. And then Mimi finally convinced him to go because she was a little scared of the buffalo. I think one thing I love about you is that you're so in touch with social media. So at homecoming one year, I had taken a picture and the sunlight was hitting my hair in a just like a straight fashion, and you approached me one day and you're like, oh Peter, I know you've been dyeing your hair, and I say, I have no idea what you're talking about. And you pull up this picture of me and I'm like, Mimi, this is you know, just the sun, and she's like, oh, I know, right, you know. So I love that you keep in touch with us and that you post some awesome stuff, and it's fun to keep in touch with you as well.
The thing I love about Mimi the most is that she's always wanting us to be independent, as well as like wanting us to like explore different opportunities and just be ourselves and try new things and just being successful. My fondest memory of Mimi is definitely when we made the trip out to Washington, Oregon for me and Katie's graduation trip. Specifically, I remember making stone sculptures out of the rocks on the beach, actually on our porch facing the Pacific Ocean. It was a pretty fun experience.
Thank you so much for being such an inspiration in my life. We've done so many like activist things together, like going to Planned Parenthood luncheons, and everyone's always asking about you when I talk about you in my Women and Gender Studies classes. And I just really appreciate like all of the values you've instilled in me about feminism and being a strong woman, and I appreciate all of our experiences together, and I can't wait for many more. So one memory that I feel like I'll always remember with Mimi is when you came into my K-5 class and you taught us how to shine rocks using like one of those tumblers, and I remember you used to have one in your basement, like show us how to use it, and I just love like all of your artistic abilities, and I feel like they've really rubbed off on me over the years, and now I've grown to be like a creative young woman, which is something that I really enjoy.
Really influenced me with a lot of her artistic talents, and I just remember being young and going over to her house and going up north, and we would just do like paint and draw and do a lot of different art, and I think that really rubbed off on me, and art soon became one of my favorite subjects in school. And though I've been really busy being in school lately, after I graduated I definitely want to take on more painting and get back into that hobby, and I think that's something that I'm really looking forward to doing, is more art with Mimi. One of my favorite things about Mimi is how active she is. Whenever I talk to my friends about my grandma, I'm always like, oh yeah, like she went to Africa with her Pilates group, and she just rode on like a bike trip in Tuscany, and she's like almost 80 years old, and they're always really impressed, and I think it's just really cool to have a grandma that is so active and inspiring in that area. And I think that that inspiration has really led me in my travels, especially when I went abroad last semester. And I think that that inspiration is like leading me to be even more aspiring towards new travels in the future.
One thing that I love about Mimi is that she really stands up for what she believes in. And that's something that inspires me and that I really respect about her, is how strong of a woman she is. And I can only aspire and hope to be a woman like her when I'm older. One special memory that I have with Mimi is in 4th grade. She took me to Washington, D.C. to go to the Women's March there. And I just remember really looking up to her and having a great time at the march, and an awesome time exploring the city. And that's a memory that I'll always hold really close to my heart. I love you, Mimi. You're truly an amazing grandma.
One of my favorite memories about Mimi is when she and Bubba took me to New York back after I graduated high school. It was great being able to explore the city with them and go to all these different places that I've never been before, and just being in their presence. One of my favorite things about Mimi is that she's an adventurer. Seems like every year she wants to do something new that she hasn't done before. She goes to so many different places with goals of seeing new things in mind, and it's something that I've always wanted to do myself.
Whenever you're with Mimi, you feel like you're her favorite grandchild, but you realize that everyone feels that way because she treats all of us like we're her favorite people in the world. When Zoe, Jack, and I were younger, we used to go to Mimi and Bubba's house, and they'd make waffles, but the waffle iron would let out so much fog and steam that it would like cloud up the whole house to the point where you almost couldn't see. And when we went home, we would tell our parents that we had waffles and yogurt, but later they found out that it was waffles and frozen yogurt. But that might have had something to do with Bubba too. One thing that I love about Mimi is that she's so patient and kind with the dogs that aren't able to hunt. I know Boo Boo wasn't able to hunt for a while, but he was still living his best life because Mimi was there taking care of him.
Go, 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 show.
Happy 80th birthday, Mimi.
Happy birthday, Mimi. Happy 80th birthday, Mimi.
Happy 80th birthday.
Happy 80th birthday, Mimi. Happy 80th birthday, Mimi.
Happy birthday, Mimi.
Happy birthday, Mimi.
Happy 80th birthday, and I love you so much.
And happy birthday.
Happy 80th. You always start over. Just keep going. Happy 80th birthday, Mimi. I love you so much.
Happy 80th birthday, Mimi. I love you so much, and I think we all are so grateful for everything you've done for us, and can't wait to celebrate another 80 years in 80 years, so I'll see you later.
Been hit with a few shells, but I don't walk with a limp.
Since we've been together since 1982.
Yes, you can only imagine. And here's a brief list. She taught me about food. She taught me how to communicate. She taught me how to be a partner. She taught me about politics. She taught me about social injustices. She taught me how to be grateful. She taught me how to give 100%. She taught me how to celebrate. She taught me how to love. And she mostly taught me that a woman can do everything a man can do. And this isn't a one-way street. I taught her how to comfortably sleep with 5 dogs. But Mary, thanks for everything over the years. I love you dearly, and happy birthday.
But few of you know everything about her, okay?
No one knows all that.
When we were small children, there's a lot of strange relations that this woman's been through, okay? And so we started out, Mom was a housewife, and she taught, believe it or not, Sunday school class. Okay? Then she went through her next stage of life, and this was her stage where she was saving the world. And, you know, Mom protested everything, and sometimes we did too. And, you know, we lived in a commune in the city, and we experienced all this with her. The next thing that she decided was that, you know what? I am a secretary and I cannot live off the salary. I need a man's job. So she went and got a job at Johnson Controls as a machinist and worked her way up to, was it automatic screw machine? Machinist? And then she heard, while she was there, somebody talking, these guys talking about the properties they owned, and she thought, well, okay, I need to go out and get some properties. And so Mom became a property owner. You know, all along the way, she never forgot about saving the world, which she still does today at some level. And her later stage in life is that she's retired, and she, of course, as Mark had said, takes care of lots of dogs. Now, I have to mention that Lulu left us recently. So I know that's hard. But anyway, one thing that is common throughout all of this is that we are her children. She has 5 children. I'm Amy, Julie, Rob, Jean, and Joe. and Mom has also 12 grandchildren. And we've been with her for many years. And you know, Mom would never miss an experience with all 12 of her grandkids. If somebody was having a baby, she was not planning to go anyplace. And when I had Haley, it was, boy, that was like the coldest day of the year. It was all, you know, hard to get there. Mom was going to be in the delivery room with us. And, you know, Mom had just been diagnosed with breast cancer. And so she had to leave the hospital after Haley was born and go and do radiation treatment. But she's a strong woman, and she was going to deal with what she needed to. You know, and so I just wanted to pay tribute to this woman and her greatness. Even when I was a small child, like at the age of 5, my mom would come and she'd bring us flowers on International Women's Day, when most people didn't know what that was. You know, so I just want to say to you, thank you, and to a woman with great vision and great strength. Congratulations. But mine is short and sweet. I'll do mine. It's a poem. And then we'll see the video, and then we have a couple more toasts and speeches. So, this poem is called Today by B. Richards. She's a Black actress, a playwright, a poet, and an activist like you. This poem beautifully summarizes meaningful lessons my mom taught my siblings and me as we were during our childhood. Okay, I gotta get through it that cry. Today is ours, let's live it. And love is strong, let's give it. Sorry. A song can help, let's sing it. And peace is dear, let's bring it. The past is gone, don't rue it. Our work is here, let's do it. The world is wrong, let's right it. The battle is hard, let's fight it. The road is rough, let's clear it. Sorry. The future is vast, don't fear it. Is faith asleep? Let's wake it. Because today is ours, let's take it. All right.
I'm not totally prepared, so I'm going to do the eulogy that I did for you. It might be a little longer and sadder than what I was originally going to say. I think we should actually be prepared to say things about someone we love when they're alive, you know, whether they're 40, 50, 60, whatever years they are. And what I enjoy the most, I'm just going to tell one story, and it's short, about being with my mom. And we went to Arizona together, to Las Vegas, but it included a trip to Zion and Grand Canyon. And it brought me such joy that I still live with now, and it may not be appreciated by everyone the way I digest it, but so we were there, and we saw the mountains from Las Vegas. You could see Mount Charleston, wasn't that the name of it? I think it was. And our partners, Lori and Mark, didn't want to go, but me and Mom wanted to go and explore this together. And, you know, my mom was adventurous, and maybe that's a characteristic that I have from her. And so we went, in a rented car, I think it was, and we went, and we knew there was a ski resort there from researching it, and we went there, we thought, well, we'll have coffee, there's not skiing, we weren't going to ski anyway. And we went there, and, you know, we had no idea what was there, but we went anyway, and we experienced a couple in an RV that were from Germany that we talked to about their travels. And I guess what I'm starting to express is we enjoyed this journey together, which was joyous, even though it was relatively short. Yeah, so we did that, and then we went up to the mountain, and we started walking around, and we saw these signs that said beware of cougars, or Mom said, oh, well, we should be careful. I'm like, no, we're fine. And we walked around, you know, but we enjoyed that. And then we came back for coffee, and we walked, and the ski resort was closed, but we're adventurous. And another thing from my mom, we walked over like to the next hill and it said, well, be careful for avalanche. I'm like, and so we had walked up the mountain, and there was still snow there. And for whatever reason, we decided we were going to sort of ski down it in our shoes. And we held hands, and we slid down the hill together. And there was something just so special about being with her, sliding down this mountain where we should have been. And it was dangerous, but you know, maybe that's part of the character that she's introduced. We shouldn't have been there, but it was joyous. And we really enjoyed it together. And it's a memory that I'll always have. And I encourage all of you today to talk about some special memory and to think about something in the future you'll do together to enjoy my mother. So love you, and really enjoyed that experience. That was really special. I enjoyed it. So. you're saying something is because all my other siblings have that. That just I know that they would catch every possible thing that there is to say about you. So so I'm like, well, I don't want to really like create something ahead of time because I know that Julie will have something really good about it. I know all these stuff that I'll think, oh, they already said that, so I'm not going to say that. But I think the one thing that this reminds me of is us growing up as a military family. Being here now at the at the Legion Hall, celebrating your birthday, and I see you put some flowers because you're probably playing with the artillery out there. And I noticed that the tank is parked out on the lawn, which I know you're not really good driving. The fact that you parked it there and just say, growing up, our days were so regimented. We'd get up at 6, the bugle would go off, and we were out at school and shit happened. And our house was in such, the sheets were folded, and it was very hard growing up in that kind of environment. But I'll tell you, the one thing that obviously the military got to you at was your lack of fear, your courage, and your ability to face any challenge. And that's that's the one thing that you hear people talk about. What Rob was just talking about. When you were just dressed in your military gear and ski but any challenge, and all for the betterment of mankind. Not just the family, but everyone. And that's what's so special is that you never back down from a challenge. And it's always for the right reason. And I don't know if many people remember, we tried to write a book, and everyone had to add everything. So I'm like, there's nothing I could possibly add that people haven't already said. So I just figured, I'll just make it up as I go. So I love you.
I'm not Mimi's son. I'm a son-in-law, and this is more of a confession. I don't think I've ever told anyone. I don't think anyone in here knows this except for Gina. About 18, 17 years ago, I was on Fort Washington Road coming from a meeting, and I had another meeting downtown. It was around the noon hour, and I saw a pickup truck that had stopped with a whole bunch of papers spilled out in the middle of the intersection on the road. The wind was blowing, and the still small voice in me said, "Stop and help this woman." And I said, "I don't want to be fired. I got to get to my meeting." So I went to my meeting downtown, and this woman was on my mind all day for the next 2 or 3 days. So I talked to this girl that I'm dating. Her name was Jeannie Ullrich. And she tells me my mother had an accident, or not an accident, but some papers in the back of her truck fell out of her.
Maybe I should step in here.
I need help.
I was in charge of moving Mary's office from Oakland Avenue to our place in Glendale. As I went around the corner in my truck, the drawers opened on the filing cabinet and all the papers flew out. I still hear about it every anniversary.
So, I was driving by when that happened. And so, this lady was on my mind. I saw Mimi in the middle of the street, but I didn't stop. Because I needed to get to work, and then I talked to Jeannie, and when she told me that was her mother, I'm like, there's no way I'm going to be part of this family. But nonetheless, she accepted me. I don't know that I've ever told you this, but I confess it now. And you are the best and greatest mother-in-law outside of Rob. You've done a great job with your children. Thank you for welcoming me and being part of your family.
She's human. But I do want to talk about her journey and some things about her that are really pretty perfect. So one of her perfections is passion. When she's passionate about something, she makes it happen. And I think I have a lot of the same things that are on Mark's list as far as what things you're passionate about. But when you're passionate, you bathe in it, you drink it, you are it, you just, you put more energy into it than anyone I know. So the things I was thinking about is motherhood, relationships, traveling, sailing, health, painting, good food, real food, politics, feminism, grandparenting, and being the best senior pet parent around. Because everyone knows she takes care of the older dogs when they can't hunt anymore, and they love her and she loves them. So you show us that your focus, desire, and passion are more important than perfection. And instead of trying to be better than others, you enjoy investing energy and sharing your gifts in areas that are important to you and others. You spend your time with the people in your life, and you keep showing up for us, and your journey inspires all of us. Whoa.
Okay, sorry.
No, anybody can ask one.
Okay. So I couldn't let the day go by without saying a few words about my sister. She has touched all of us. We're here today, and I've been fortunate that she's been with me my whole life. So she's going to be my sister. My best friend. So I have a quick little story to tell that I don't think people have heard, but I feel that it still holds true today. And that is when I was a little kid, and we used to sit around and watch the Miss America contest. And I know I'm dating myself, and a lot of things have changed since then. But I remember saying that I thought my sister was more beautiful than all the women on TV.
Yes.
That's right. That still holds true. Because she is not only beautiful inside or outside, but inside as well. So I feel that it shines out to all you meet, and I am so happy and thankful that she is the person that she is, and thank you for shining the light in my life. I love you.
Since my little sister said something, I'll add. But, I was thinking about how you guys talked about all the stuff that happened later. I can remember a story when my sister was like right around 14 or 15, which would make me like 7 or 8, I think. And it was summer like it is now. And we were all playing outside, me and my friends, and we were having a great time. And what happened earlier was this guy came over and was saying, because Mary was a beautiful young lady. So there was a lot of guys hanging around. His father and my mom, and these guys are here, and it's the oldest child, and my mom was grappling with this, So this guy comes over, and you remember this Pete Kirchhoff? This car, Hudson. Okay. And he's out front and they're talking and yakking. It's like 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. All of a sudden my sister's gone and this guy's gone. And my mom's like, where's my you know, I don't care. I'm 7 years old. You know, it gets me later. Lunch goes by, supper. Now my mom is like ready to call the cops. So my brother, I think my brother was around, my brother who was like 13 and my sister who was like 10, my folks bring us all in the house. Come on in the house. Mary's not here. I'm playing out here. So come on in the house, we're going to pray the rosary. We get down on our knees and we're playing the rosary, you guys. All my friends are outside playing and we're praying the rosary. We're kneeling on the ground and my mom is like praying fervently, you know, we're praying the rosary, you know, and we all have rosary. And all of a sudden this car goes, you know, and then my sister, she's out there with this man, he was a nice guy. I hung around with him. So they're out there and they're leaning up against the car, they're laughing and talking, we're playing the rosary. I want to kill her. So my mom goes to the door. My mom puts down her rosary. She goes, Mary, get in here! Oh, and my mom, I don't know what my mom said to you that night. But anyway, that's kind of a story from young, her early days. But she eventually grew up and she, you know, she didn't drive off with guys all the time. So anyway, happy birthday.
Hey, Paul, what was that guy's name again?
Hey, I just saw him outside.
I'm Shirley and I'm Mary's friend from Johnson Controls. Since Mark said it was 82, y'all been together since 82. So that means I've been knowing Mary for 40 years probably. Anyway, back in the day, Johnson Controls was young and Mary decided that she's gonna bug me to death about she got a pass to go to the Y. And I wasn't thinking of exercise back then, like, whoo! Mary bugged me and bugged me and bugged me. Let me just get this woman off my mind. I was gonna get some tennis shoes. I didn't have a pair of tennis shoes, no workout clothes. I had to go out and buy all this so I could get her off my chest. Mary, I always say, Mary, you saved my life. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be in the exercise that I've been doing for 35 years. After that, she made, you know, if you're going to exercise, you got to do all that other stuff that you do. So I had to do all that. Mary saved my life, clean me up. And she taught me how to enjoy life, to travel. We went on this fabulous trip to Jamaica. It was the best trip I ever had with a bunch of other people. And we had a wonderful time. And I can't tell you all the secrets. Mary, I just told your sister, you're the best 80-year-old woman that I know. I'm not too far behind you, and I want to be just like you. Keep it moving, and keep traveling, and keep enjoying life. And happy birthday, and many more.
Noah's mom and Jean's mother-in-law. I was in Texas one, and I remember in Texas when
all of his union got together and everything, but he did come to the wedding. And it was just a pleasure to meet King's family. And we've been a blended family ever since, I believe. And Mary and Mary Ann have been so nice to me, but I've always been told to get to know somebody you need to travel with. So Gina decided to take us to New York, Mary, Julie, and myself. And Noah was telling me, Mom, you're going to have to keep up with Mary. You're going to wear some shoes. You know, Mary walks. I said, Mary no tougher than I am. I said, after the first night, I gave up. And I said, they go tonight, I can't go with you guys tonight. Let me go tomorrow night. But what I'm so happy about, we left, laughed, and we came back still friends. And I don't know whether I've ever told you this, Mary, but thank you for giving my son a good life and making it possible for me to have children. Thank you.
Just kill the man, put a gun against his head, pulled my trigger, now he's dead. Oh yeah. Can't find him, so I can't call just to tell him I'm fine and sure I've overcome the blow. I learned to take it well. I only wish my words would just convince myself that it just wasn't real. That's not the way it feels. In an everlasting kiss. The highways jam with broken heroes. Everybody's out on the run tonight, but there's no place left to hide. So together when you will live with the sadness, I'll love you with all the madness in my soul. Someday, girl, I don't know when we're gonna get to that place where we really wanna go, and we'll walk in the sun, telling tramps like us, baby, we were born to run.
I don't know the reason. Stay here all season. Nothing to show but this brand new tattoo. Brand new tattoo. A Mexican cutie. How I got here, I haven't a clue. Wasted away again.
I just really want to thank everyone for being here. Everyone that's here really means so much to me and has been a part of my life, and has made my life a better place to live. And in most cases have made the world a better place for you and me. So I'm so proud of all of you. I'm so proud to call you family and friends, and just hope to know you forever. Thank you so much for being here.
idea that maybe tonight would be the night I asked for Mary's hand in marriage. But then I thought, if she says no, I've really ruined a heck of a good party. So I asked her last week. And she said yes. So we've also set a date in a place, and we're hoping you all can join us.
Well, we're here right now.
Funny you should say that, because we're going to be married right here, right now. We have our minister, our ordained minister, the recently ordained Cindy Easley, who will be performing this. Our beloved sister Cindy. So if we could have your attention for maybe 10 more minutes. And then we can party on for the rest of the day.
Okay, so wow, what a momentous day. Yes. We thought we were only here to witness that 80 is the new 60. But now, we have the surprise of Mary and Mark tying the knot after all these years. And then I would be officiating this? Never say never. So I want you to know that I'm honored to take on this duty, and that I have gone through the process, and yes, this is real. So this is really happening. It is legal and binding, so they will be married. So, I don't know, we didn't say that anyone could say anything, so so it's really happening. Let's all take a deep breath and we'll get started. Okay? I think you should be in front. Right? Okay.
You're the minister.
I know. Who would have thought I'd be the minister? Bob's having a problem with it. Mary and Mark, on your continuing journey together, you've decided to commit to each other in a formal ceremony with family and friends as your witness. As you keep each other in the space of highest priority in your life. The love that you share must be guarded and cherished forever, for it is your most valuable treasure. You have chosen to write your own vows, and it is with these words you express your binding promises to love and cherish each other. I was going to have you face each other, but you already are. So I want you to declare your intentions. Mary?
I, Mary, promise to believe and trust in you, Mark, and also to be worthy of your love and trust. I will be there for you in tough times and be proud of you in your finer times. I will continue to laugh and cry with you. But most of all, I love you, and and the person you are. And I commit to our marriage. These things I pledge to you, Mark, before our family and friends. Mark?
I, Mark, promise to be worthy of your trust and deserving of your confidence. I will be by your side through good times and bad. I will be patient, understanding, giving of my love for the rest of our lives. These things I pledge before you and our family and friends.
Mary and Mark, you've both chosen to wear rings as a reminder of these promises. As you look at these rings, I'm confident you'll protect the commitments you've made to each other today. Mary, please place the ring on Mark's left hand.
Mark, I'm placing this ring on your finger as a sign of my love and commitment, and that I have chosen you, Mark, above all others.
Mark, please place the ring on Mary's left hand.
Grandpa, I like that part. Mary, placing this ring on your finger is a sign of my love and friendship, and I have chosen you, Mary, above all others.
Mary and Mark, you have come here together of your own free will, and in the presence of family and friends, you have declared your love and commitment to each other. You have given and received rings as a symbol of your promises. By the power of your love and commitment to each other, and the power vested in me by the state of Wisconsin and the American Marriage Ministry, I now pronounce you married. You may now seal your vows with a kiss.
We're having a party, yeah. Everybody's singing, yeah. Dancing to the music, baby, on the radio. Yeah, so listen, Mr. DJ, oh, keep us at it play, 'cause I'm having such a good time dancing with my baby. Hey, my baby, out here on the floor, so we're having a party. Everybody's singing, yeah, dancing to the music. Now on the radio, so listen, Mr. DJ, you wanna keep on singing, play, 'cause I'm having such a good time dancing with my baby. Sing it off now. Everybody's swinging. Bobby King's doing a twist now. If you take requests, I got a few for you. Bobby, what you wanna hear?
Play that song called Soul Twister. Play that one called I Know.
I got to hear soothing. Oh, the song too. 'Cause they're having a party. Everybody's singing, dancing to the music. On the radio, so Yes, I am with my baby.